Alright, and welcome back to another Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2951 A. Actually, it is an in-game. An in-game. See, that's the thing. Is it A or N? Because it's I. So, an in-game Star Citizen event. And before we begin, right, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And let's begin with a quick PSA for IAE 2951, which is its free fly for Star Citizen out there, aka free demo, right? So you have November 19 until the December 1st. So basically you can still play this game until December 1st. And the best part is it's Thanksgiving weekend. Today it's Friday for me, but for most of you guys it's Saturday. So it's the weekend on your end, which is fantastic because now you can enjoy the game a little bit more. And well, it's a weekend, of course. You want to spend time with family and friends. That's totally fine as well. But before we go, you want to play Star Citizen, very simple. All you need to do is create an RSI account, preferably with a referral code, because you will get an Argo MPUVC with LTI or lifetime insurance when you pledge the game, right? Available for new players and new pledges because you need a new account. Unfortunately for us veteran players, we need referees, right? And the best part, right, because there's a big PSA for you guys out there for the Argo MPUVC, whether you have it, whether you have it free or for me, I need to buy one because we're going to have some very interesting news for it, right? Or rather some in-game item, and that's Ship Showdown 2951. It's the winner for that event. Alright, so let's move down a little bit, and we have two starter pack for you guys out there for new players and old players alike, right? If you want to reshuffle your fleet, you have the Mustang IAE 2951, which is a cheap starter ship, right? $40.50, and I have a breakdown for the Mustang Alpha yesterday's video. And of course, we have the Nomad IAE 2951 starter package as well. Also, we have a breakdown for yesterday's video. I have a breakdown in yesterday's video. Yeah, right. And the Nomad is $76. Yes, you do save a little bit more on the Nomad versus the Mustang IAE 2951 starter pack. Now, the only difference is, for me, I will always recommend the cheapest package because all this ship is purchasable in-game, right? With in-game cash, so you don't need to put so much money. And being a typical, well, space sims / sandbox / MMO, what you want to call it, of course, they're a little bit grindy. Well, when it says grindy, is you want to grind for bigger and better ships in game, right? And you can do that, which is fantastic. And of course, we have a big community out there, and then usually what they do is when there's a big event, they will come and band up, and then you can actually fly big planes, or big ships as well, because big ships require a massive crew. So you're not missing out not buying big ships, right, in this case. And let's move on to the ships that you can buy. Do note you do not need to buy any of this ship in order to play the game. You just need the starter pack, right? Personal recommendation, still the Mustang, but the Nomad is actually quite good, right? Quite good after the breakdown. So let's begin with today is the Drake Interplanetary, right? This is a very interesting brand in Star Citizen. It is both the cheapest the most cheapest brand out there in the verse, right? And also because the brand is so cheap. Cheap, wow, that's much pun, right? Because the brand is associated with pirates, so therefore it's very, well, the design is very outlaw-ish, or rather it's associated with a lot of outlaw or lawless activities. Well, in this case, space pirates. But then again, for us players, especially like me, cheap ships, as long as it works, fantastic, right? And then there's a meme, right? Most of Drake's ships are held up by duct tapes. What's that EVE Online? That's an EVE Online joke, right? But it applies here anyway. It looks exactly like how it is. So let's start off with the Drake Buccaneer. Now this is a combat introduction, alright. interdiction might be not the correct word. I would say this is a medium fighter, or in between a light fighter and a medium fighter. $110. This ship is sheer glass cannon, maximum firepower, maximum speed, a little bit of mobility. The anvil arrow still wins in mobility, right? But the armor is paper thin, right? Maximum firepower for it. A lot of people categorize this as a light fighter. In my opinion, this is technically the bridge between light to medium fighter. So it's like in between. It's like light, not really. Medium, not really. Because the firepower is the firepower of a medium fighter. The speed, agility, and the armor is as good as a light fighter. Right? Personal recommendation, $110. This is actually a very, very good ship to practice on. Right? 110 is an expensive ship to practice on, but it's a good ship to practice not to get hit, right? Maximum firepower, which means you can mow down your opponents as fast as you can. I mean, the fastest as you can, or as fast as you can, or as fast as the ship can do, and at the same time avoid getting hit, right? Very, very awesome. We have a spinal mount turret, which is the same size as the Super Hornet, which is crazy. Super Hornet or Hornet with a bolt turret. We have the side wings, which is same hard. No, this is size 1. Size 1 weapon hard point, size 5 or size 4 weapon hard point, and then there's 2 more guns here, which is size 3 weapon hard point. So if you want to gimbal, you can gimbal all of them. So in my opinion, this ship is awesome, awesome, awesome. And moving on to the Drake Caterpillar. Now, do note the Drake Caterpillar has went up in price, and I don't like it. Right? Personally speaking, I don't like when ship just randomly go up in price, which makes things very, very bad, right? Especially the Drake Caterpillar. I think it's $295 previously, and then they increased by $35, which is boo, hate it, don't like it. Alright, but anyway, being said, this ship is very interesting. Personally speaking, this is one of those ships that I wanted to buy back then when they, not to say they first introduced, when they introduced to flight ready, right? It was available on concept sale. Concept sale was way cheaper. I think it's $225. So actually they went up price by 70. Yep, by 70, so 295, and now increased by another 35. Yeah, no. The thing is, CIG, this is the first ship. Sorry, not the first, second ship. This is the second ship in CIG's arsenal that they increase in price after the ship has been released, which makes me think that other ships have a potential threat, I would say, right, that will increase in price. So we have to stay careful. We have to stay careful and vigilant about ship price increase, and I will tell you if and when the ship goes up in price, and we're going to break down that. Okay, anyway, enough about ranting or whining. So Drake Caterpillar is awesome because this is technically a modular ship. So we have five, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules, and we can have a detachable flight cockpit. So in this case, this ship is versatile. However, it's not available in-game yet, so the only thing the Drake Caterpillar can do is hauling, and this used to be the king of hauling before the Hercules C2 was introduced. I don't know what I say just now. Still good, right? It's still good for the price that you pay, right? C2 Hercules is quite expensive for $400, so $70. It is a nice ship. Downside of this ship is that you cannot carry any vehicles except for a Dragonfly, which is sad, right? The C2 can carry every vehicle as far as you can, as far it has been introduced today. Alright, so keep an eye out for the Drake Caterpillar. Personally speaking, there's a special upgrade offer, so I would usually say pick it up, because you never know but you never know when price increase. But at the same time, if you want to save money on big ships, this is the way to go. So 2 options. Let's see how much. 295. Yes, okay, so we still have the old 295 price tag, which is great. So upgrade, yep, $35. Yikes, don't like it. Not a big fan, per se. So the next best thing is the Vanguard Harbinger. You only pay $5. That's great. Right? I think that's okay. That's okay, right? I'm still whining. I'm still sad, salty, disappointed, and I'm still whining about this ship right now. Moving on, we have the Drake Corsair. Now this ship is interesting. It is technically speaking the Constellation Andromeda competitor. So right now it's in concept, so it's cheap. So when it's released, chances are the price will go up to either A, Constellation Andromeda price, which is $240, or maybe I'm going to say $250. Right now this ship felt like a $250 ship, and but then again it's Drake, so maybe it's cheaper. But then again, I'm going to call out first $250 if it's not $240, or rather $240 to $250. And this ship is basically, well, as the Corsairs, being a pirate ship, so you have broadside and port side guns, that's all about it, right? We have front-facing weapons, that's great, but mainly it's the port side and broadside, right? Broadside combat, and this is an asymmetrical ship right now. But then again, right, subject to change because CIG likes to do things last minute. Now they might change this design just a little bit. They might keep the main shape, right, because that's what everybody buys, this shape, the main shape and the broadside weapons. I think there are small little things they might have changed just a little bit, just a wee little bit. But this is a nice ship, right? Nice ship, awesome ship. In concept, I would say this is worth picking up as a ship upgrade. And when it releases, whether if you like it or not, well, you can always melt it. At the same time, this ship will go up in price, so it's worth packing a little bit on the ship upgrade part. Personally, I'll pick one or two because I have some ships that requires the Corsair to upgrade to. Moving on to my favorite ship in the verse, it is the Cutlass Black. Right? A lot of people say the Avenger Titan is the best at $55. Personally, yes, the Avenger Titan is great, but the Cutlass Black literally blew every other starter ships out there in the verse, right? Literally. So if you have a starter ship and you want to work on to your next best ship in game, Cutlass Black. If you own a ship outside, you want to upgrade to a ship with actually cash, Cutlass Black, right? Cutlass Black, the main reason I say this is this ship can do everything and anything at the moment in the verse without any of the downside. And I emphasize without any of the downside. It has 46 SU worth of cargo. That's a big space. It has a ramp that you can park at least a Cyclone and a Grey Cat Rock. Fantastic. It has 4 size 3 weapon hardpoint. That's a lot of firepower. And it has a size 3 turret. A turret that can fit 2 size 3 weapons. So not only you can bring this and pew with your friend, it's highly soloable, super cheap at $100, right? The next best ship that you can solo is the Constellation Taurus, but that's $190. That's almost twice the price of Cutlass Black. It is more agile than the Taurus, so yeah, it's win. Armor not so paper thin, right? It is not as strong as a dedicated medium fighter, but still this ship's armor is better than a light fighter, packs more punch than a light fighter. Of course, it's less agile than a light fighter, but then again, you can do many more stuff, right? And that's all. That's all I actually can say for the Cutlass Black. It can do everything and anything. Oh, also it has a side door. Love the side doors. And yeah. What else? What else can I say about Cutlass Black? The only downside is we don't have a toilet. That's the only thing I can say. The downside of the Cutlass Black, we don't have a toilet. So then that point goes to the Freelancer at $110, and MISC is tomorrow. So yeah, I think that's it. That's how good the Cutlass Black is. Moving on to the Cutlass Blue. Now the Cutlass Blue is basically the police variant / bounty hunter variant using the Cutlass Black chassis. $175. Yes, it's a bit painful. It has blinky lights, right? So it's extra $75 for the blinky lights. No, it's tough, right? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to this ship because $75 for blinky lights and probably a prison hole at the back. It's just not good enough, right? It is great, but it's not good enough. Nice to have variety, but it's a miss. I mean, it's a miss for me. Cutlass Black, right? Cutlass Black, cheaper by $75. Moving on to the Cutlass Red. Now this is a Wambulance for the Cutlass series. Well, it was a Wambulance because of the newly introduced? No, because of the medical gameplay rework implementation, right, in Star Citizen, whereby now they separate the tier beds, right, or the beds that can either respawn, heal, or heal minor wounds. And then Cutlass Red being a ambulance, alright, you can't respawn. So that makes this ship a little bit sad, right? Because when this ship can respawn, in the matter of fact, I've been pushing this ship very, very hard. And I love this ship, right? Personally, I love this ship because it's a Wambulance, right? If you get hurt, go in, heal, come out, pew pew again, right? If you die, you're supposed to be able to respawn, but of course, we all know that things change. So in this case, the Cutlass Red is as good as being a ambulance, right? If you get incapacitated, I think you can be revived, I think. Or is it that's a tier 2 bed? That sounds like a tier 2 bed. I've not tried a lot of new medical gameplay on the Cutlass Red at the moment, so I'm going to say it only can heal you. So if you get injured, just go back to the Cutlass Red, heal up, get out, pew pew again. So it's technically speaking a Wambulance or an Wambulance. Yeah. Of course, $335. Yes, it is a little bit more expensive than the Cutlass Black, but with the healing capability, I think it's okay. And because the respawn is no longer with the tier 1, tier 3, basically with Cutlass Red, and this ship has significantly downgraded in my opinion. But the good news is this ship can be upgraded to the RSI Apollo. Now we need to figure out, and we need to wait for CIG to release a statement for the RSI Apollo, because if you can respawn on the Apollo just has just become the #1 priority in the game, whether you want to upgrade with cash or not, or in-game cash, because respawn is very, very important for players who like to do first-person shooter activities, aka people like me as well, right? I like ship pew pew, but at the same time I love FPS, and in Star Citizen FPS is very, very, well, if it works, it is very rewarding. Yeah, I think it's awesome, right? Cutlass Red, and plus it has searchlights, so yeah, kind of like it, $35. Yeah, not the highly recommended ship at the moment, because something's wrong with my speech today. Cutlass Black is still the best. That's how I put it, at $100. Moving on to the Dragonfly Black at $40. Did it went up in price? I remember this being a $35 ship. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it as it is first, because I'm gonna go back and check. If I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be a $35 ship. So in general, some of this ship has went up in price, and I don't like. Yup. Okay, anyway. So vehicle. Dragonfly Black is a vehicle. It's a ground vehicle, grav-lab vehicle, a two-player, not say two-player, you can use it for two-player. Very nice little vehicle. First vehicle in the game, I might add. And at $40, I would say save the money, buy ships, and buy the Dragonfly Black in-game. Simple as that, right? For most vehicles, I'll just leave it as buy it in-game. Moving on to the Herald at $85. This is technically the data runner in Star Citizen, and a dedicated data runner. And this ship can fly fast in a straight line, right? Very, very fast in a straight line. Nothing much about this ship other than it's a data runner, and that's about it. Combat capability is rubbish in my opinion, and we don't have any data gameplay, or rather data running, data smuggling gameplay in the game, so it's tough to recommend this ship for anyone. So I'm gonna say skip. $85. Is it worth buying this ship? We do not know any of the data running capabilities at the moment, so no comments. Really have no comments. So yeah. And last, we move to the Drake Kraken at $1,650. This is a, well, technically speaking, this is the true carrier in the game, right? Or rather, yeah, no, it is a true carrier. It has 4 medium fighter bay and 2 medium ship bay. You can see Drake here, Buccaneer here. Right? So this is an awesome ship, right? But at the $1,650, yeah, no, it's not for everyone. Same goes with the Idris and the Javelin and the 890 Jump and the Pioneer. It is a capital ship, yes, check, awesome, but it is a stock limited ship as well, so it's highly likely you might not be able to buy this because there's a thing called the F5 war, or also known as refresh, because they only have like limited quantity of these ships and the whales just go on and press everything, which is tough, right? Which is tough. But yeah, in my opinion, easy skip for lots of people. And we have the Kraken Privateer, the second variant, the upgraded variant for the Kraken. Alright, the Kraken can do a lot of, well, imagine this, right? The Kraken is a carrier, right? Hands down, real world carrier counterpart. Now the Kraken Privateer, so imagine you gut out all the interior and replace it with a shopping mall, right? Or in this case, a flea market style shopping. And in the real world counterpart, so basically speaking, right, you just fly. Either you fly when the Kraken Privateer docks to any space station, you get a shop, right? Simple as that. And at $2,000, so people ask like, hey, how come a shopping mall version costs more than a normal version? Now, in CIG, they want to do something like you can open up shops and then you can sell stuff and you can charge a premium on top of whatever items you sell in the shop, right? So in this case, technically speaking, you can just park this anywhere in the verse, let it sit, it should earn money by itself. That's why it's $2,000. But then again, I don't think this ship is worth $2,000. It's way too expensive. 1,800, possible. 1,900. Okay, we are pushing it. $2,000. Oh, this is painful. Plus, it is in concept, so this ship will go up in price. It will not be $2,000. But at the same time, I cannot recommend this ship. It's too much money. $2,000, you could have gotten way more better ships. And at $2,000, divide by 4, get the Banu Merchantman. It's way more better. It's a more financially sound choice in my opinion. Wow, my brain today is just go crazy. Whew. Anyway, that's that, right, for the Kraken series or the Kraken Hall. And then we have the Vulture, right, the last ship, or rather the last concept ship for Drake. Right, it is $140. It's technically a specialized ship. It is a light salvaging ship, and salvaging is not available in game yet, so it's very hard for me to say anything good or bad for this ship. And technically speaking, this is the only salvaging ship that the only light salvaging ship, or the cheapest salvaging ship in the game. The next is being the Reclaimer at $400. Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything. I really can't say anything. Plus, we want to see how the salvaging mechanic goes. If this follow exactly like what my head has, and I don't like to speculate, right? And if you realize I never speculate any of the ship, I usually take all the ship at face value. Whatever we have in the whatever we have in Star Citizen, or whatever we can do in Star Citizen right now, I will judge the ship according to it. But let's just go a little bit wild in our little imagination. So what it does is, right, trash comes in, chop, gets into the belly. Trash comes in, chop, goes into the belly, right? Simple as that. And that's how I think it is. This is a tractor beam, right? So far, lots of, not to say it's confirmed, but that's so far it is. If it's not a tractor beam, most likely you can just drive through it and then just scoop it up. And that's it. And yeah, weapon capabilities are rubbish, so we don't care about weapons when it comes to niche specialists, especially the Vulture. And of course, we have a dedicated mining ship like the Argo Mole, which is a multi-crew. So again, offensive, defensive capability is rubbish. We don't really care. We care whether can it mine, can it earn money. And of course, we have tomorrow, which is the MISC. We have the Prospector, which is around the same price, not say same price, $155. So yeah, specialty ships probably cost around there, the $150 mark. And that's it. So in my opinion, yep, you can pick up the Vulture, get a ship upgrade, and when the price increase, most likely in $15, so you get a discounted $15 coupon, technically speaking, right? Technically speaking. Well, I think that's all I have for you for Drake. I think it's great, right? Still salty about some stuff. Still salty. I think this ship went up in value, right? $5 increment of $5. Oh no, I was wrong. They did actually do 3 times to 3 different ships. The Avenger Titan increased by 5 after flight ready. The Constellation Andromeda went up in price from 225 to 240, and now the Drake, the Dragonfly, if I'm not mistaken, it is technically speaking a $35 ship vehicle, so 3, and then of course the Drake Caterpillar at $295, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So before I go, one last thing, like a true Apple CEO, right? One last thing before we go. Ship Showdown 2951. Okay, so this ship is very important. Not say ship is very important. This event is important because of this small little thing. The winner for Ship Showdown 2951 is the Argo MPUV C. Now this ship is not say important. So what you can do, or what it does is, well, the recent world ride, blah blah blah. Those who have 1 or more of 4 ships in the semi-finals, alright, we're going to check the semi-finals later, will get a free limited ship livery, aka ship skin, and an in-game leather jacket for their character. Okay, you know what? In-game leather jacket. Hopefully with the brand, or if they put Ship Showdown 2951, I think that's perfect. Alright, at least some, what is icon acronym, at least something that commemorates the Ship Showdown 2951, alright? And it will be free whoever who owns any of the 4 ships in the semi-final. Now, so those 4 ships is C2 Hercules, MPUV Cargo, 600i Explorer, and the Mercury Star Runner. Now, they are expensive, right? C2 is about $400, MPUV Cargo is the cheapest at $35, 600i Explorer is $475, Mercury Star Runner is $260. Yes, it is expensive. Now, the best part is, because it's the winner, alright, you get an in-game backpack available free for all backers, alright? So you get a licensed backpack for everyone, so we don't care about this guy. What we care about is ship livery and leather jacket. So that's why I would say, since for new players out there, right, get the MPUV Cargo before end of November. And I think we might not be able to get it because I don't know if they start rolling out the free ship yet, because I have none yet. I have no referees. So you know what? That's totally fine by me. I'm just going to buy one in-game. No, not in-game. I'm just going to buy one from the IAE floor and with cash. Right, because I really want the jacket, and at the same time I might pick up the Mercury Star Runner or the C2 Hercules. I can't pick up everything, right? I'm not a whale. I'm not a whale enough. Me, if you ask me, I'm just probably what, dolphin? What is smaller than a whale? I have no idea. Killer whale? Killer whale is smaller, but killer whale is cooler. So dolphin. I'm gonna call myself a dolphin, right? So I'll definitely pick up the cargo, and most likely the I wanted the C2 Hercules, but at the same time, Star Runner is a good choice. I'll just bite the bullet and get the C2 Hercules. So therefore, I need to melt some of my ships and get it. And that's it. That is a quick PSA for you guys. And what you want to do is you want to have this ship before the best in show comes out. And let's go back here. And let's go in. So we have the schedule. That's why I want to put this PSA. So the schedule is, come on, scroll down. Oh, come on. All right. So after Agro, MISC, and then Best in Show. So before November 28th, right? because that's where they are start gonna roll out these free ship skin and stuff. And because of last year, so what they do is something like that. As long as you own the ship, you will get the ship skin and jacket as a separate item in the hangar, and that is important, right? The moment you get your skin and jacket, and then once you finish your best in show, so normally after you receive everything, you can safely melt your ships, right? And it comes in blue. So we have the blue skins. Blue skins, blue and black. That's today's. I mean, that's the IAE 2951 skin. So what you can do is you can actually melt the ships, and you can still keep the skin and item. So in this case, yeah, it is a no-brainer. Just make sure they are in the hangar before 28th of November, and then when they start rolling out all the ship skins and items, then we call it done. Because that's what they did last year, and I missed last year's ship skin for one of the ships, which is namely the Mercury, not say Mercury Star Runner, but there's some ships, right? Some ships I missed. Oh no, it's the Drake Cutlass Black, right? Yeah, free ship skin. And last year I think they give ship skin and t-shirt. T-shirt not really a big, I mean, didn't bother me too much, but I missed it, right? Anything that's free that you can obtain, yeah, we will try our best to get it. And that's all I have for you for today. Until then, don't remember to subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. Help this channel grow. I'll see you in the verse.